Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. The garden update has been released. My name is Derailious, welcome back to Skyblock News, and let's launch right into it. Now, obviously, this is a really major update. There's a lot of new items, but I've already gone over the majority of these in previous videos, so I don't want to cover things that I haven't already. So let's start with a new accessory. It looks to be Jake's plushie. Obviously, you're going to get this from Jake one way or another. I don't really know how exactly, but it's probably going to be a drop from seeing him in the garden, or maybe some sort of quest line that's going to be added. We'll have to wait and see, but I would make a guess that it's going to be from the garden itself. Moving over to armor, there is a new armor set at the bottom. This velvet top hat goes with a full set of gear. There's obviously also the melon armor. Make sure you're making this armor before you get involved in the garden update. It's armor with farming fortune. What more can I really say? It allows you to upgrade it into crappie, then squash, and then fermento, which is the best armor for this update. Moving down, we have the cashmere jacket, obviously the rest of the sets. Also the rabbit armor, which is a new set. It's not really that great in my opinion. If you can get melon armor, go for that. It's not too expensive, and it's incredibly worth it. Moving down, we also have the satin pants over here, and then we also have the Oxford shoes. Moving into uncategorized items, there isn't too much new here. A lot of these items are just getting textures like copper, which is just Minecraft copper. Shocking, I know. There's fertilizer, which I don't remember seeing before, but it could just be the equivalent item for the composter, allowing you to turn it into compost. There's also organic of pretty much every material in the game. I don't exactly know what this means. It could just be stuff with a higher sell price. It could be rare drops on garden, which you have to give to the NPCs. I don't really know, but I will make a video further covering this if it turns out to be important. If not, it's probably just going to be something you get given from some of the NPCs. We also obviously have things like Move Sam. Finally, we can make a aspect of the Sam sword. I'm joking, of course, that's not something that exists, but it would be pretty funny if it did. There's also the pet cake, Sam's scythe, and the squash items down here. Overall, not too many new items in this section. Something else pretty small, Doctor's space helmet is no longer Doctor's space helmet, but rather just a space helmet. Shocking, I know. Also, the lantern helmet got some upgrades. I wouldn't be that surprised if a lot of these other farming related pieces of gear may have gotten some small changes. At the very least, they seem to have gotten skill requirements. As you can see, some of them require a farming level of 3, 7, 2. They're not too hard to put together. Obviously, that makes sense. And I wouldn't be that surprised if we get further changes over the next few weeks. Something that people should definitely keep in mind is the museum. As you can see, melon armor, crappie, squash, fermento, rabbit armor, and the lotus set are all in the museum now, and that's all going to be XP for you to gain. On top of this, if I head to Skyblock leveling and your ways to gain XP, there are going to be some new things here for farming. There's your garden level, the amount of visitors you serve, your offers that you accept, the crop upgrades on the garden, and the garden crop milestones reached, which is just farming while on the garden. And for the final time, hopefully that I have to say this, to go to the garden, you speak to an NPC on your island. Obviously, they're still making changes. The garden isn't open at the time of me recording this video, but it probably will be for you. She'll just be standing near your hub portal or wherever else she's able to on your island. You're not actually able to knock her off the island. I know a lot of people were trying, but that is the general gist. If you want information about the garden that's more specific than that, you can check out any and all of my previous videos. All of the information there should still be valid, but for anything right now, I would say make sure you buy up and craft a full set of melon armor. The enchanted melon blocks are cheap, they're not super expensive. Obviously, if you're completely and totally poor and you don't have like even farming level like 20, don't bother, it's not worth it yet, but get to that decent level, get to the point where you can actually craft that gear, because it's going to make farming in the garden a lot better for you. So yeah, garden has been in the making for months now, and it is finally out, which means that we can move on and start thinking about what future updates are coming next. Obviously, this one is going to be great. It's going to bring a lot of new players into the game. It's going to make farming a lot more interesting. It's going to make the game a lot more streamlined, especially with farming. You don't have to spend hours and hours building farms on your island. In fact, that won't even be as efficient as farming on the garden. The armor is great. The achievements and items you can get are great. The way the system works is excellent, and it's a really polished update, which I really like to see. Excellent job to the admins. I hope everyone can get in there and play a little bit today. It's really fun. At the end of the day, though, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Join my Discord down below for giveaways and updates. And look to the future, fellas, because I will see you then.